Hello specimens, I am not officially back, but by the time I post this video, I probably will be back. It is September 7th, and like I said, I don't plan on being back until probably October, and I don't know what day I will start being back in October. This video is a story, and it's a weird story. It's a freaky story. It is something that happened to me last night. I had a dream, and it was a really realistic dream. It's just like, well, not realistic, but it felt really real to me, like actually real. A really realistic, real feeling, just so vivid, so real. That's the only word that I could actually say. And I don't usually have these types of dreams. I usually kind of know that I'm dreaming, but it's like a haze. Like, I do, but I don't know that I'm dreaming. I've never lucid dreamed before. I have tried lucid dreaming, and it just never really worked. So, yeah. This is just out there. And this dream just... after waking up, it felt like reality. It really did feel like reality. Like, I had to come to the conclusion that it was a dream, and it depressed me a little bit, but it also relieved. I don't know how actually I felt. It was just, I was gonna tell my husband about it, but he has started school, and he had to go. He had to leave. It was like early in the morning, and he had to leave. It was like, okay. So at that time, though, when he left, I still didn't know it was just a dream. So I was just like, okay, I love you. Don't forget to buy lunch, your work lunch at school, because he has to work too. So he's gonna be gone all day. And I just like, okay, and I was just like, all of a sudden I just started thinking about the dream, and I slowly came to the conclusion that it was a dream. So I was just like kind of laying there like, what? So here's the dream. I remember pretty much all of it right now because it still feels fresh to me. It's been a few hours since I've woken up, but I still have it locked in my mind because I wrote basically the summary of it to my friend. I sent in a message to her, and I have yet to see a response from her. But yeah, it's still like, I've just been thinking about it and thinking about it. Like, I was thinking about it while I was walking the dog. I was thinking about it while I was making myself breakfast. Certain details are going to be a little but just believe me when I say most 90% of it, okay? This is actually what I dreamt. Alright. Starts off, I remember the beginning. I was in a delivery room in a hospital, and I gave birth to a boy. And I just knew it was a boy. Nobody said anything, but I just knew it was a boy. And I didn't... The boy has no name. The baby has no name in the entire dream. I just honestly don't... I feel like it probably did, but I just don't remember the name. So maybe it's just God's way of saying, yeah, you're going to have a son. You're not going to know the name until you name him. Great. Anyway, so, yeah. I don't know. Anyway, so back to the dream. Okay, so here's the really bizarre part. I felt the pain. I didn't feel all of the pain, more than likely. I definitely know it's going to be more painful than what I felt in the dream. But it just, I felt enough pain that you would think I would be screaming in my sleep. And because I was screaming in the dream, but I wasn't screaming in my sleep. And I do sometimes talk in my sleep. My husband has notified me, and he talks in his sleep too sometimes. So I screamed in my dream, but I wasn't screaming. I don't know if I did scream or not. I probably would have woken myself up because I have woken myself up talking in my sleep before. Anyway, so yeah, so I was in pain in the dream, but it wasn't enough pain to actually wake me up, and I actually felt the pain. I remembered the pain, and I felt it, okay? And yeah, it was so weird. And then, like, I gave birth. And I felt the baby coming out. Like, that's the weirdest part, is that I felt it, and I didn't mess the bed or anything like that, okay? Like, I checked. Like, after I woke up, and after I realized that it was a dream, I checked the bed, because it was just, I felt it, okay? It was so fourth dimensional, I guess. It was just, it felt so real. And then the next thing I remember, I don't know, time had passed. I don't know how much time, probably like a week, I don't know. Like, I think it was a week, I don't know. I didn't feel the time pass in the dream. I just know that the time passed. So it's like, you know, dreams, they skip and everything like that, and just like, you don't know how long you're in the dream. So next thing I know, we're in an airport. Now that is something that is just so crazy to me, because I've never been in an airport in my life, and I've never flown on a plane, obviously, since I've never been in an airport. And so it's like, I don't know, I just know it was an airport. It just looked like an airport from what I can gather, because it was, you know, and I think it's just probably because I watched so many TV shows, movies, and, you know, YouTube videos, and I think I just know it was just in an airport, okay? And I was there with my baby, my son, and he was in the stroller thing. I think it's, I honestly need to know what it's called, but it was, yeah, it was a stroller. It was like he was in a car seat, carrier, but it's like stroller at the same time. It's like one of those things, all-in-one things. And yeah, so I'm pushing him, and I have Seamus with me, and my husband's with me, and my parents are with me. And the weird thing about my parents is that they're both wearing bright purpley pink. So that's like the weirdest thing, is that they're both wearing bright purpley pink. My mom does not wear this shade, at least that I've known. And my dad does not wear pink or purple. So it's just yeah. And they're with me, and like, we're all together, and we're about to board on a plane, and Seamus gets loose, and so we have to go and find him. And so I leave the baby with my parents, which is not like an overtly weird thing, but it's just like, why would I leave my newborn baby? Like, why? I mean, I just gave birth to this thing. I just gave birth to this teeny tiny human that looks so adorable, by the way. And I leave to go and find my dog. And I'm like, why is my dog on a leash, and how is he getting loose is the question. And that is just so weird. And I'm like, I'm really analyzing this. And so I go and I find him, and he's by a train station that's also in the airport. That is like one of the biggest things that never made sense to me. Anyway, so I go and I find him, and he's by a train, and then I was like, it only felt logical that there was a train station, but like in the dream it just felt so logical. And then I come back, I'm like, wait a minute, weren't we supposed to get on a train to a different airport? I guess now all the airports are connected by a train station. I don't know. And it's like, oh, maybe, and I don't know. And that was like confusing. That was the confusing thing in the dream. Like, everybody was confused about that. And then, like, everybody. And then he gets loose again, and then I have to go and find him again. And it's just, it just was so weird. And then I wake up, and I don't know exactly how I wake up. I don't know what it is that woke me up, other than my alarm, possibly. I think it was my alarm, maybe my husband coming up the stairs. I don't know, he has loud boots so you can hear it when he comes up the stairs. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know exactly what woke me up. It felt like either his alarm, my alarm, or him waking me up. I don't know. The first thing that comes to my mind when I wake up is my son. I want to go and check on him. Like, we have an extra bedroom in our apartment, so that's like a good room that where the nursery would be or anything like that. And I'm just thinking, like, okay, well, he's fine. And then I start realizing, like, no, he's not alive. He's not around. He's not existing right now. And that's the part that really made me depressed because, like, I was there in the dream. I gave birth to him in the dream, and he's a dream baby. So I don't know. And it's like, then I was like, wait, why was there a train station in the airport? Okay. It just felt so real. And I've had these types of dreams where, like, I would dream of a conversation between friends and me, and weeks later the actual conversations would come to be. And, like, so I've had dreams where I was visiting my grandpa in the hospital, and, like, he wasn't in the hospital when I had the dream, but then, like, in, like, it's just like the exact same room would be there, like, when it came to pass that he was in the hospital. And exact same room, exact same setup, exact same everything, like lighting and everything, people, clothes people were wearing would come to be. And it's just, I felt just strong case of deja vu. That's my dream that I had. And so it's just like, what caused this dream? Like, was it the fact that sometimes I do have baby fever and I want kids? Or is it that I watched a video about a baby last night before going to sleep, but it was a girl. It was a baby girl. Why wouldn't I dream of a baby girl instead of a baby boy? You know, this was a, this was a Kendall Ray video. She's an awesome channel, by the way. I don't know. It was adorable baby, though. Oh, so cute. Like, got little chubby cheeks and everything. It's just so cute. But, yeah. So, I'm gonna go now. I gotta edit this video. But I'm not gonna post it until October. So, I got time. But, yeah. This is just such a weird thing. It's such a weird thing, and I don't know. In the comments section below, tell me, do you think this means anything? And if it does mean anything, if you do think it means anything, what do you think it means? Does it mean that, is it like God's sign that yes, I will be a mom someday? Or is it just nothing? Or is it just like I should keep better track of my dog? I don't know. I keep as good a track as I can, but does it mean my dad will eventually wear bright purple and embarrass me in an airport? I don't know. Okay, well, I'm gonna go. Bye.